Welcome to the Really Likable Geeks Podcast. I'm Steve.
I'm Matt.
And I'm Stuart.
This is the podcast where we talk about nerd stuff and things that keep you from going outside, like video games, comic books, anime, and other nerd things alike. How's it going, guys? And girl?
Well,
wow.
Wow. Yeah, wow is right. Our producers apparently have a good
day?
No, sorry, that was sarcasm. Not so good day.
She's never having a good day.
Fuck you.
See? A normal person would have been like, no, I mean, it's going all right. I mean, no, fuck you. That's her initial reaction. So, no, she's never having a good day. Anyways, so how's it going, guys?
Good.
Good. A lot of things to talk about this week. What are we talking about?
First?
Yeah.
All right. I thought we were going to have more of an intro, but...
Well, every time I talk about... every time... No, fine, fuck it. We're not going right into it. Every time I say something like this week, something blah, 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 you're like, we need to get to it. We need to get to it.
I've never... my fucking deep
You have.
camel? I don't
You
know
have.
what the fuck is that?
You totally have. But yeah, every time
fucking Matt, where I have like a click that I have to do before I start speaking every time.
a click. That's a twitch.
Little twitch.
I have a click, guys.
Well, see, the thing about that is that...
First of all, your accent's off. And I only do it at the start.
I don't know.
Not at the start of every word.
But yeah, usually when I have like a little story to tell about like what happened in the week, you're like, all right, we're not talking about that.
That's because we don't care about your stories.
So that's true.
Yeah, it's not about your story. It's about you.
All right, well, you guys go for it. You don't need me on this podcast.
Anyway.
All right, so
Okay, so today...
this week on the Really Likable Geeks Podcast.
This week, so
This week.
GameSpot had a great article. It came out today, 4/20. Actually,
it.
no, they updated this. They changed.
No, they
it.
didn't.
Yeah, they did.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, they did.
Oh my god.
Wait. I'll see if I log in because I still have the original article, I think.
They changed it so they don't look like dummies.
Well, I remember a lot of it, though. I do remember most of it.
Okay, so anyways, GameSpot put out an article about
Did they really update it?
PS5 using solid state drives, and
Optical hard drive.
And why that's important.
it was so full of just like
Did they
technical errors that I'm surprised it got to like be published.
Hold on. Did they really update it?
Yeah, because
checking it right
they
now.
took
Hold
out a bunch of stuff that made them
Let's
look like
see.
idiots.
SSDs are
So
common
all of it?
laptops. Okay, hold on. Can I just read it then?
Yeah, go for it.
Sony has started to... This is GameSpot.com, and it was written by Steve Watts. At least we think that's who wrote it.
Yeah, because look at the time it updated. They updated it a half an hour ago.
Damn it. Okay. This is what the article
Got to pull the archive.
Sony has started to detail its plans for the next generation of PlayStation, which isn't technically named yet, but will likely be the PlayStation 5. One of the biggest changes the company is making to the
Bold
system
assumption.
storage solution, which is going from a standard hard drive to a customized solid-state drive. SSDs are common in laptops and mobile phones, but less often used in hardware that remains in one place, like a desktop computer or video games consoles. Okay, so I'm going to stop right there and say that you don't know what fucking things are, and I'm very angry right now. Okay, SSDs are common in laptops and mobile phones.
Yeah.
I've
got a solid state drive in my S7 right now.
This right here is the size of a solid state drive.
Phones don't have solid state drives.
Phones
in them,
don't
guy.
have solid states.
They
have
don't.
flash memory, usually on chips called, SD cards.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have an
internal
SSD
storage?
in my phone.
Hey,
Internal flash storage?
Here's just for people that don't know, because we're going to be really,
Technical.
really facetious.
And technical.
An SSD, a solid state drive, is different than an SD card that you put into your phone. The little SD cards, not a solid state drive. Very different.
Yeah.
Okay? They're both flash random access memory, but it's like saying an apple and a grape are both fruit, so they must be the same thing.
Yeah.
They're similar, not the same. You'd have to know that if you're writing an article about it. Just like 5 seconds of research. 5 seconds. Here's where they took it out in the first paragraph because he said, oh, well, traditionally, computers and PlayStation use optical hard drives.
Did they take that out?
They took it out because it was in the very first paragraph.
Well, that sounds like
An optical hard drive is not a thing. Never has been a thing.
Oh,
There's
they
no
did.
such thing as an optical hard drive.
An optical hard drive does not exist.
There's an optical disk drive, like CD-ROM or Blu-ray is an
DVD.
optical disk drive or DVD.
Yeah.
Those are all optical disk
Oh,
drives.
because the programs have to read the
With
disc.
the fucking laser.
With a laser.
With a laser.
Optics.
Yeah.
That's how it reads
Little-
information.
Little history lesson for you guys. Standard hard drives are
a hard disk drive.
hard
HDD.
disk drive. An HDD, a standard hard drive, looks like a fucking brick, is made with magnets and movable parts, and it's got a little. It looks like a record needle that goes and it reads and writes, and depending on how fast I can move and the disk can spin, is how fast it can read and write on the drive.
It doesn't use optics to read and access
There's
memory.
not a laser in it.
It uses magnets.
Yeah.
It's not fucking optical drive. It's not a thing.
This article stated that it was going to have an optical hard drive. I would have loved to have seen that technology.
Also, they took out the part of like, oh, it's going to have a customized solid state drive.
Yeah.
It's not a thing.
Yeah.
It's a solid state drive.
Yeah.
There's not a customized solid state drive.
I don't know. If I took a Sharpie and wrote my name on the outside of the solid state drive before I put it in, that's customized, baby. That's
Yeah.
mine.
Fair
Is
enough.
going
It has
to
my
open a
name on it.
dimension
Is it
to,
what?
Cyclops' eyes.
I mean, the thing that bothers me too about this paragraph is, whatever. SSDs are common on laptops and mobile devices, but less often used in hardware that remains in one place, like a desktop computer or video game console. Okay, so first off,
I have a solid state in mine.
5 computers here. 5. 2 of them are right here. Every computer here has a solid state in it. Why? Because the fucking read-write speed of a solid state drive is
Superior.
incredible, in way more superior to a hard drive. You can boot a computer with a regular hard drive now because technology is advanced, probably in like 30, 40 seconds. With solid state drive, it's instant. It's like 3 seconds.
Here's the problem, though.
It's
is they're
insane.
saying that they've changed it now.
And the transfer speeds are insane, too, on the solid state.
It angers me because they
updated it.
that
Is
they
there an
updated-
archive?
There's probably an archive. Someone had to archive it. In the original article, they've changed this as well, saying they said that it's going to be the PS5 is only going to have a solid state drive, which is just idiotic.
Mm-hmm.
How would you? No one would buy that. I wouldn't buy it if it only had a solid state drive, because how am I going to save things and then delete them? I'm like going to fill up the memory and then like, well, better get a new PS5. Like, that's the one drawback for people that don't know. For the drawback of solid state drives, they're a lot faster access than hard disk drives, but they have a rewrite limit.
They do. Solid states do have a limit.
With hard disk drives, you can if you take care of it, you can rewrite it
a lot
at
more.
least 10 years.
Yeah, at least. Because I mean, I've had
As long as you're defragging, you're taking good care of it.
yeah,
like,
and that's the thing too, is you can't
good
defrag
cooling.
flash memory. You can't
Yeah,
defrag it
the-
because it's not a fragmented drive. You can't do it. In the time that I've had solid state drives, the past like five years or so, like it. I've had a
no,
few
solid
of them.
state drives are new. Haven't you heard? That's what
yeah,
the thing
that was
said.
the other thing,
Solid
too.
state drives are
Solid
brand
state
new.
drives are
No one
brand
has
new.
those in computers. He says that. No
Yeah.
one has them in computers.
Steve, is there something you want to tell us?
But then I'm from the future.
Are you from the future? From the future, bro.
Are you using DDR6 RAM?
Are you time copping?
It's DDR9, but whatever.
Whoa!
No, but it's like
You came from 42069, didn't
Blaze-
you, bro?
Blaze it.
Ah.
Planet Blaze it. No, but I've had a lot of solid state drives, and the reason why I've had a lot of solid state drives because literally they just stop working. There is no like, hey, this drive is starting to go bad. It just stops, and I've had a few of them come to that point where they just died out. Samsung Evos, I've had Kingston HyperX. Like I've had all these different solid state drives. After a while, the read write speeds and everything start to kind of dwindle, and then the drive just stops working.
Oh my God, no, it's still here.
Oh, you still have it? It's still on?
No. He left this dumbass sentence in. SSDs are common in laptops and mobile phones.
Yeah, I read that.
No, they're fucking not. But after that, but less often used in hardware that remains in one place, like a desktop computer or video game console. SSDs aren't used in desktop, guys. You heard it here. GameSpot.
Didn't I just?
Are
Done.
we talking
Not happen.
about that?
I just got done talking about that
Oh
because
my
I said I
God.
got 5 computers in here.
Stupid. So stupid.
It's more commonly found in computers like desktops. Most laptops still don't have solid state drives in them.
You'd have to
They're
like,
just they're laptop hard
you'd
drives.
have to get them like custom from like Alien or Dell, like have them custom built ones
For what?
to have a solid state drive in there for a boot drive.
In a laptop?
Yeah.
Not generally. I mean,
no, I'm saying you can get them. Like
Yeah.
if you get a Dell custom or an Alien custom, you can get that.
yeah. I mean, you can.
But
yeah.
it's not like if you go to Best Buy, you're not going to find a laptop like on display that has that.
No, there's still laptop hard drives, which are which are manual drives or analog drives. They still have moving parts in them.
Mm-hmm.
They're not solid states. You can upgrade to a solid state, but the majority of the time, desktops now come with solid states. Like the majority of desktops
for a
out
boot
there
drive.
come, and they're like 250 gig SSD drives. So like, you're fucking stupid, dude. Like seriously, hard drives, like
Steve Watts.
I'm amazed by this because the moment that solid state drives came out, which they're
over 10 years
fucking
ago.
forever ago. I don't think it was 10, but it was quite a while ago. It's like they came out and I was like, they can read how fast? They can boot how fast? They can write how quick? Yeah, I'm putting one of these in my fucking computer. Like, so did everybody else. So the fact that this fool thinks that, like, oh, they're not used in stationary home workstations
Even more.
is fucking
Even
baffling
longer.
to me.
1991 is when the 20 megabyte solid state drive sold for $1,000.
20 megabytes.
$1,000.
God dang.
1991.
Holy
there you go.
shit. Okay, so a long time.
It's crazy, right?
It's kind of crazy. I didn't know about that actually.
Yeah, it's
See,
almost
and now
30
it's like,
years.
and here's how you can know.
20 megabyte?
So just
Yeah.
for our listeners,
Man, you could put like 15 of those in there.
That was
be
when
able to
hard
put-
drive. But that was in 91. You had hard drives that were like, oh, I got a 256 megabyte hard drive. You're like,
I know.
never fill it up.
I
Never
know.
fill this. That's like
You ever install StarCraft on one of those fucking
That's
things?
like 50,000 word documents.
Like
do you remember?
6
Do you remember
songs.
the there was that Bill Gates like thing where he was like in a redwood tree and he's like, this is how much documents like can fit
Oh,
into 256,
yeah.
and it was like like a 5-story high stack of paper. I was like, Bill, what are you doing? Get out of that tree.
Get out of the tree.
Get out of the tree, Bill.
But it's crazy to think too that this guy's like, oh, they're new. No, they're not. Here's how you also
30 years old.
Here's how you can
brah.
also know that they're definitely not new is because the real new thing that people are putting in computers are M.2 drives. M.2 drives actually just like slide into the motherboard and then you screw it in, and it's like that's it. It's just this like little chip that you
baby
just
dick?
add. It's a modular chip that you just add, and it's flash memory.
Yeah.
It almost looks like a stick of RAM, but you just stick it in, you screw it in. That's
Just
what.
stick it in and work it.
That's
That's a
what.
baby dick.
That's what I think that video game consoles should move towards, because M.2 drives, there is like a legit difference in like heat dispersion and all that stuff.
Well, that was the other part that he kept in the article, is that the lack of moving parts in a solid state drive also generally mean less intense need for cooling. It's just 100% bullshit.
Yeah, that's not wrong.
100% not true. Anyone who has a solid state drive in their computer knows, no, I still need fans and cooling in there.
Yeah. Go ahead, Matt. You want to say something?
I'm just.
They don't run hard because they don't have moving parts, Matt.
So, electricity
Yeah.
Yeah.
flowing through
Yeah.
a lamp. And I'm going to turn the light switch off and immediately go, all right, cool. Well, there's been no moving parts and the electricity's off now. So I'll just bare hand this light bulb. No problem. It won't be hot. There will be no need for any
You're a genius
glove
with this
or
analogy.
nothing.
Nope.
I'm just going to oh, yeah, nope, wait. Oh, no, yep, my skin just glued itself to the fucking light bulb.
Anyone listening to this podcast or reading this article, rip your fans out of your computers that have solid state drives.
And video game consoles.
You don't need them.
Yeah.
You don't need them. They don't get
In
hot.
fact,
Well,
in fact, you don't need them.
wait.
Oh, God.
Let's give the man a little bit of credit.
No.
I think what he meant, and I don't know here because I don't have it in front of me, but he didn't say that there's no need for cooling. He said there's less need for
you
cooling.
changed it because it said
So you still got to have your GPU fans on.
Yeah. You
Also-
still got to have a little bit of cooling in there,
also
all right.
his-
But otherwise, you could rip out some of the fans.
His argument: current console owners know that particularly hardware-intensive parts of games can result in the fan spinning up at high speed, making for a distracting whirring sound. I've had a PS4 for a decade now since it came out.
That's so crazy to think
I've
it's been out that
never
long.
fucking heard the fan.
Mine's
I've
pretty
never
quiet.
heard the fan.
Mine's pretty quiet.
You know why? Because the volume's on my TV and I can hear the fucking game I'm playing.
Most of the time I wear headphones.
Or that. Like, I don't hear the fan.
I've heard the fan. I've heard the fan.
Really?
Yeah, mine overheated once.
Really?
Once?
The PlayStation?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's crazy.
Is that still the same one I got you for your birthday?
Mm-hmm.
Is this still the same one?
Yeah.
Damn, that was a while ago.
That's crazy. I've never.
And do you know how loud it was? Loud enough for me to notice it and go, what? What? Oh, why is the light orange? I'll pull you out.
You got the orange light of death?
No, it was just the orange light of be careful, this is too hot. You should stop now.
Wasn't that when
Console
you had it in like the entertainment center though, right? In that middle slot thing?
Oh,
That's
I
when
do
you said it
remember this.
overheated?
I still do, but for whatever reason, it was that one time.
Oh. Yeah.
Just that one day.
Yeah.
I mean, my computer sounds like, PC Master Race, but I think I always sounds like my computer's going to fucking fly away.
But that's
anytime I
because
turn it on. But I put my headphones on.
But you have like a fucking giant fan compared to the size of the one.
I have
Like,
like 9 giant fans.
that's what
Well,
I'm saying.
wait.
Like
Yeah.
compared to like the
Why?
ones in the PS4.
Yeah.
Like I don't hear that shit.
Yeah,
Why?
Why what?
Why do you even bother running all those fans?
You
You
have
have solid
solid
state.
You don't need it.
Yeah, there's like the surefire argument against this.
Liquid
too.
cooling
It's be-
out the window.
Yeah, it's
Fuck
because
it.
like I have like liquid cooling in my computer. I have a whole water loop system.
Don't
in
need
there
it.
and everything. It's like the motherboard would still get warm. The CPU doesn't have any
Nope.
fucking moving parts in it. My processor doesn't have any moving parts in it.
Graphics card.
Why does it get hot?
Graphics card,
there's
graphics cards and fans.
The CPU is
Tiny wizards.
this big and it has no moving parts in it, and it's the thing that gets the hottest. So hot that you have to have fucking solution to put on that to make sure it stays cool, or it'll fry your fucking motherboard.
Because of the fairies working hard inside of it.
Yeah.
Creating magic through rocks.
Evil fucking fairy.
Yeah.
No. Magnets.
How do they work?
How do they work?
Lasers. We found out. It's
that is-
lasers.
this guy doesn't know how technology works.
Which is weird because he works at a place where they write about technology.
The
I have
major
another
advantage,
concern with this guy. Stuart brought it up earlier.
other than the fact that he might have fucking brain damage.
Just on the standpoint of being and I'm going to use the term here very loosely, journalist, and this is the part that bothers me about journalism, period, is way back, you needed to
A
have,
dinosaur tail.
you needed to, before you could publish, if you didn't have 2 sources, you couldn't publish.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Where's the copy editor?
I mean,
Like,
That's how N4G still works.
but here's
who
my point.
proofread this?
Things aren't doing that anymore, so you get articles like this. And Stuart brought up a point a while ago about how all it takes is a couple minutes of research and you would know that this isn't a thing.
Fucking Google optical hard drive, you
But
nutsack.
okay, but to jump away from that just a
Not
fraction of a
thing.
second.
Because Google, like, I just Googled it. I was like, that's not a thing, is it? Like,
bunch
because
of
I
fucking
questioned
disk drives
myself.
show up.
I was like, and it said, did you mean optical disk drive? And I was like, yes, I did. Thank you, Google.
Even Google knew. He was like,
Even Google knew.
That's not a fucking thing.
But here's
hard drive's not a thing, bro.
But here's my point. On this podcast, in
man.
less than 30 seconds, Stuart was able to find out that solid state drives are not new.
Yeah, 91.
He Googled it. Yeah.
I fucking Googled it. I have the power of collected human knowledge in
30
my palm.
seconds of research
And it
debunked
told me
an article.
it doesn't run on a solid state drive. You magical fucking brick. Dude, Galaxy X9, do you run on a solid state drive? No, I don't, Stuart. I use NAND. Thanks, buddy. It's hard.
Oh my god.
It's hard.
Man.
It's hard to do research.
It's hard.
So hard.
The article continues. The major advantage, as detailed in the revealer interview, comes to load times. Hardware architect Mark Cerny used Marvel Spider-Man as an example. The fast travel loading screen took 15 seconds on a PS4 Pro, but less than 1 second on a dev kit for the PS5. Probably because the PS5 was using a solid state drive.
Which is like, here's the thing. 15 seconds, 5 seconds. Meh.
It probably has to come down to processing power too.
No, but that's cool. But I'm not like, I played Spider-Man and I wasn't like, oh my God, 15 seconds? I don't have time for this. I got to be at work.
It's like when people make a text message and they're like, oh my God, it hasn't sent yet. Oh, it's been 10 seconds. It has to go to fucking space. Give it a minute.
No.
Fuck, man.
Yeah, I feel
When
like
I find myself doing that. I'm like, send, you piece of shit. I'm like, oh yeah, it's got to go to fucking space and bounce off the thing and come back. And it happens in an instant once it goes through.
It's like, okay,
we're all
that's
ignorant.
cool.
That's what we are.
But it's like, I haven't been bothered by like load times.
I haven't been bothered by
in a
load times
while.
in a long fucking
It's been a long time since I was like, oh my God, this game's taking forever.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, it
I'm
hasn't
trying to
been an
think.
issue.
I'm trying to think, like, when was a game that came out recently where I was like, holy shit.
The installs sometimes take a while.
The install on the fucking Xboxes used to take forever.
But a solid state drive isn't going to...
No, because because the installs usually come from the disc. So
That's what I'm
however
saying.
fast
Like,
the disc is being read,
and it's already
read to the
Blu-ray,
drive.
so...
Yeah.
Which is an optical disc drive. Yeah, so it's not going to...
And it's better because the technology on the disc itself.
Yeah.
It
doesn't matter how
the solid-
fast your drive can read. If the disc is written in 16 times, it's coming off in 16 times.
Oh, dude, I was going to make that. I was like, that point. Because we grew up in a time where CD and DVD ripping were a thing. You could change your read-write speed.
Yes, you
if
could.
If you wrote it too fast, you were shit out of luck. You had to write it at like 15x.
Yeah.
So like, I fucking forgot about that. Because there'd be at times where you're like, why? How come it's not playing any of the songs in my fucking car or whatever?
Yeah,
You're
exactly.
Like, oh, I read it at 32x. Has to be at 15x because my car is stupid. Like, I don't know. And then it would
Is that really
perfect.
why they wouldn't work?
Yeah.
Yes, that's why they wouldn't work.
I completely forgot that was a struggle.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah,
You just brought me
15x.
back to Kazaa.
Oh
time
shit!
period.
Oh my god!
Yeah, that was Kazaa time period.
Wow! Remember people used to use fucking like Winamp and shit.
Right there. Yeah.
Yeah,
Winamp.
a
Yeah.
real player.
Oh, that's crazy.
Wow, I just dated all of us right
Wow.
there.
But yeah,
Took a trip back in the time machine. Time cop.
But yeah, so it was how fast the disc could write in comparison to how the computer could read it, and et cetera, et cetera. So like, yeah. The install times are going to be slower because it still has to read off of a disc. There's no like crazy laser fucking like advancements that's going to make the laser more accurate to read. It's how fast the disc. It's what's on the disc itself and how it's like coded so that it can be read and written to a drive.
How it's compressed.
Yeah. If you can fucking solid states can write like a gig and a half a second, some crazy nonsense, doesn't mean shit if your disc can only spin.
It doesn't mean if it can't.
At like 300 megs is what this output is. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
but once it's there, then fucking fly
like,
away.
Go nuts.
And now it's become like such a thing like where you put in a disc. I expect the install. So I like put in the disc before like I even want to play because I'm like, well, the install.
Go get a burrito or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like it's not a thing.
Oh, dude! Some of these games, it's like you put in the disc before
Red
you go
Dead
to work.
Redemption?
So that, I know.
Red Dead Redemption 2 took for
put the disc in before you go to work.
It had an install
so
disc.
that you can play it when you come home.
Red Dead Redemption was an install Blu-ray and a play Blu-ray.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I still haven't played it, so yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I know, it's crazy.
That's fucking crazy.
That's fucking...
It's a good game.
That's why,
it's a
like...
great game.
I was
Fantastic.
a big
It's
advocate.
Just, I can't think of another
PlayStation
Blu-ray,
game.
well, a Blu-ray-based game where you needed two discs, an install and a play disc.
That's true.
Huh. I never thought about that.
Yeah, I could.
Well, I used to be a big advocate of like having physical copies of things, but now because like internet speeds have gotten faster and hard drives have gotten better and bigger, that it almost makes sense to just digitally download it because your internet speed is going to impact how fast it writes too.
Why do you bother with the
It
hard
depends.
drive?
It
Everyone
depends.
should have a solid state drive by now.
It depends.
They're
because I
super
know-
common. I have one on my phone.
It depends because PlayStation doesn't install while it's downloading. I know Steam does.
Oh, that's right.
PlayStation doesn't do that.
You have to download it first.
You have to
before can-
download it completely before the install.
and then the
begins.
updates after that.
Well,
Yes.
yeah, of course.
That's so dumb. But yeah,
But you got to remember, PlayStation was 10 years old now.
that's true. That's true. But yeah, Steam, I think you can play while it gets to a
Yeah.
certain point, right?
No,
Can't
yeah.
you? I believe.
You can Blizzard, or what's the
Battle.net?
Blizzard? Battle.net and Steam. You do that.
Yeah.
Certain games on Steam, not all.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I'm
certain games.
saying
But
certain
yeah,
games,
I mean, it almost
Steam
makes
does
sense
it.
now
Yeah.
to like.
BattleNet's all of them.
Battle has all of them. Yeah.
I still like having physical copies of games or movies or whatever. I do. I mean, I have a whole online library of movies from like was it Ultraviolet and shit. Like I have a whole bunch of movies, but like having the physical copy of it is because it's mine. It's like I have it. You know, if anything happens,
I own this.
If anything happens to like these online libraries and they're just fucking gone forever, but I have the physical copy. I like it. But as far as video games go and the installing thing, God, it does. It takes fucking forever. But that's not a hard drive issue.
That's a disc.
That's a disc issue. That's an optical drive issue.
That's fucking crazy.
Fucking wow.
Optical hard drive?
And it's just like, yeah, you know.
It's just baffling. It's baffling to me that like he works there. When you don't,
gosh,
you obviously don't know a lot about the subject matter.
it's very
Why
apparent.
are you writing an article about it?
Yeah.
Why didn't you do any research? The other thing is that people were pointing out is that he just took whole paragraphs from the Forbes interview because all he's parroting is from the Forbes interview with the PlayStation guys.
Mm-hmm.
So not only did you like copy paste, but you did it shitty.
Yeah. I showed how dumb you were when it comes to technology.
Come on, man. Put in like the minimum amount of effort for your job. I know
seriously.
GameSpot's a shithole. And did you see that?
Pterodactyl.
Came right at me. I know like it's GameSpot and like, man, no one cares. But come on.
I usually
have some pride.
I usually like reading GameSpot articles because not everyone is a complete fucking moron. But
you
this
know
dude's
what?
a fucking idiot.
I mean, it's only partially his fault.
I mean, I would. Where were you going with this?
I was going to say that somebody gave him that job. Whereas, like, if I'm your boss and I know that you write really good, like, opinion pieces and you do that's the way the cookie crumbles, you're that guy and you're really good at it, I'm not going to take you off that and go, you're going to write me some tech articles.
Yeah, because you don't you don't have to like understand like the tech aspects behind the PlayStation in order to play a game and then be good at it and be able to write a good article.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
You don't have to understand how the fucking magic minerals with lightning through them works.
True.
In order to play a game.
True. I put the thing in and I play.
Yeah, like it doesn't they're
and
not
then
like,
I can write an opinion piece on Spider-Man and how it's a good game and this is why. And then I'll be like, people will read it and go, oh, Spider-Man was a good game and these are some good points. I like this article, sir. As opposed to what he wrote.
Yeah.
Spider-Man
Which I did
was
not
a good
like.
game.
It was.
Yeah, but he didn't even write it. If he copy and pasted everything.
Yeah, and that and the parts he didn't copy and paste were just fucking like the insane ramblings of like a psychotic. Like,
that's the only thing I got out of that article.
Like techie words.
Do you think that he is from the future?
Like,
He's talking about
no,
shit.
this is like the Lovecraft equivalent of like a tech person. Like if there was a Lovecraftian like elder god for tech, this is what you would write after viewing like its like visage in the distance. It's just insane ramblings. Like scrawled hastily in a journal before you hang yourself.
Yeah, the only thing I got out of that entire article was Spider-Man is good.
Yeah, that's it.
That's all I got out of that whole article.
Only like cognizant fucking thought he had in that article. Spider-Man, good. The fun game. Yeah,
Oh,
he's right.
You're right.
He's
You're
right.
I did not know about. Sorry.
Go for it.
I was getting ready for our next topics, and I just happened to Google our next topic. I had no fucking idea about this. Vic Mignogna is our next topic.
Yeah, he's suing.
He's suing Funimation.
Yeah.
It's $1 million
about
suit.
sexual
$5 million.
misconduct fallout as allegations against him as defamation.
Defamation of
did
character.
Not know
and,
about
Yeah.
this.
and he you missed.
You missed.
Dumbass.
Sorry.
Yeah, I saw that article a couple days ago. I was going to link it to you guys, and I just didn't.
It's a
Yeah,
Polygon
I read it
article.
as well.
You fucker. Got it. Killed the pterodactyl.
Well done.
Thanks. Yeah,
You sound way too excited about that.
Because it was flying around and pissing me off. All right, so let's. We've talked about the Vic Mignogna thing twice now, so we know that he
Let's
got
make
fired.
it thrice.
Let's make it thrice, because now I'm really excited.
Trifecta.
The first time we talked about it was he got let go from Rooster Teeth, Funimation, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
boycotted from a bunch of anime
Yep.
conventions. The second one was him getting a lawyer, and then Monica Rial having to like basically back up, and then there's Neil Kaplan thing, and now
he's going on the offense.
Going on the offense, suing Funimation after sexual misconduct. So I'm learning about this for the first time too. So this is gonna be awesome.
Yeah, that's what I was telling you about earlier.
Yeah, I didn't know.
I
it
was like,
this.
there's a big update. Yeah.
Oh, because I thought it was just like the same shit had been
No.
going on.
Uh-oh.
So, anime voice actor Vic Mignogna has filed $1 million lawsuit against Funimation and industry colleagues Monica. Oh shit! Really?
Yeah.
And the colleagues Monica Rial, Jamie Marchi,
Yeah, that bitch deserves
Ronald Toy, and in
Ronald
Tarrant County.
Soy, as he's known on the internet.
In the suit, Mignogna claims that a sexual harassment investigation that ended in his removal from several projects constitutes defamation, interferences in business, and civil conspiracy.
It's tortious interference,
Okay.
I think is the actual
technical
legal term.
This comes after a wave of misconduct.
Y'all got me
accusations.
fired.
Yeah. Which resulted in the Mignogna's removal from Funimation's The Moreau's Mononoke 2, which is, I'm really upset about that. And Rooster Teeth's Ruby, which I'm also very upset about. Allegations first started to surface around the release of Dragon Ball Super Broly, in which Mignogna voices the title character, which was awesome. So good. In January, hashtag KickVic began to circulate across social media as both fans and creators shared their encounters with Mignogna. Yep, I remember. We went all through this.
So
And then by February, independent investigations led to removal from lineup of 9 conventions. I didn't know it was 9. Phoenix
Yeah.
Fan Fusion, Anime New York City,
Dragon Con,
Anime Milwaukee, Kawaii Con, Ancient City Con, Denver Comic Con, Florida SuperCon, Raleigh SuperCon, Comic Con, and Hudson Valley Comic Con. Kameha Con, Dallas removed him, but then they
brought him back.
brought him back.
Yeah.
And then that's when a bunch of people did that shit.
Oh,
where
we're
they're
not
like,
gonna go if
We're
he's
going to
there."
have a
Cool.
signing at some fucking card shop down the street. Good job.
That no one went to.
That nobody went to.
So let me
Go ahead.
very quickly. The actual legal term that they're using is called tortious interference,
Tortious interference.
also known as intentional interference with contractual relations in the common law of torts. So this occurs when one person intentionally damages someone else's contractual or business relationships with a third party, causing economic harm. This is also what Mark Wade is getting ready to sue. What's his name? Snow from. Because remember the guy from Marvel, he called Arctic Press about the comic.
yeah, I
That's
do know what
also
you're talking
tortious interference because he used his position of power at Marvel in order to interfere with someone else's comic being published at another publisher.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's tortious interference.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what he's suing. people.
Your accusation interfered with my contract with the third party, in this case Funimation, which resulted in the loss of the contract. And that would be your economic
Harm.
Yeah. I continue. In both cases, an internal investigation occurred when he got fired between Funimation and Ruby, and following it, Mignogna was removed and replaced by another voice actor. Funimation also removed all non-essential appearances by Mignogna in upcoming projects, including an originally advertised special feature interview with Mignogna on the Blu-ray of Dragon Ball Super Broly, which was fucking stupid. Bunch of assholes. Then he was removed from the conventions.
It's Mark Wade getting sued by Richard C. Meyer. Richard C. Meyer with his comic.
The accusations of sexual harassment and homophobia against Mignogna first appeared on Twitter in January, where various fans said that he hugged and kissed him without consent. That's where it started. And then the alleged incidents goes far back as 2008. And then Marchi and Rial encountered on Twitter their own sexual claims. That's when it really, like, holy crap, blew up. The actor who has voiced a large number of characters, including Captain James T. Kirk on Star Trek Continues, denied both Marchi's and Rial's claims in his suit. He also stated that he believes the pair forced the kick Vic to go viral, which I actually believe that as well, to be honest. And then he did the apology at the convention, which was like so sad when he did that. In the lawsuit, Mignogna claims that Rial, Marchi, and Toy directly interfered in his business affairs, and that all the statements they made against him are false. Quote, the repeated attention that Monica, Jamie, and even Funimation's agents, employees, or business partners gave Hanlia's and Mars Girl's accusations caused their tweets to go viral. The lawsuit suggests In the description of the situation, Mignogna's claims suggest that the defendants who have continued to, quote, carpet bombing him on Twitter through continued discussions of the allegations. Polygon has reached out to Rial and March's representative for comment, and they will update accordingly. They're never going to get a comment. There's no way they're going to get a comment.
Here's an update from Rooster Teeth.
I did not fucking... No way. Yeah. What? As of when?
2 days ago.
Oh, shit.
Oh, so that's
I'm
right after.
So excited
that's
right now.
right after.
Oh, shit.
2 months ago is when they posted the thing about Vic Mignogna.
Yeah.
Here's
no
the
statement.
Here's the update from a couple days ago. We and the RTA admin team have always supported civil debate on the site. Recently, we've seen less than civil conversations and debates around here. We would like to ask you to keep the site TOU.
TOU?
I don't know what that means.
I'm going to Google it.
TOU.
TOU.
Oh, terms of use. That's stupid.
Oh,
Why not
yeah.
just put terms of
Terms
use.
of use, so it says. Yep.
If you believe a post violates terms of use, you can flag it for moderation, blah, 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 blah. This is a dumb update. So basically, they were getting flamed.
And they don't want it, so they're telling everyone, quit talking about it or we quiet you down.
Yeah. So
it's a threat.
Because all the top comments, they have like 3,000 comments on this post.
Oh, I fucking bet, dude.
So, top comment. A few weeks back, someone posted a video on here from Clownfish TV on YouTube claiming that he was the only unbiased and most credible person analyzing the situation and that Nick Riccietta wasn't a real lawyer and shouldn't be taken seriously. Got on Clownfish's channel today to see him discuss the paperwork and cite Nick Riccietta as a real lawyer. Are we still supposed to discount Nick when practically everyone is citing his info? Yeah, because all this is Rooster Teeth trying to do damage control.
Yeah.
And they're doing it in a terrible way
shit,
because
man.
that's a threat.
Because Rooster Teeth wasn't named in this suit.
No, they weren't.
That update's just a threat.
Because-
Keep quiet or we shut you down.
Well, they probably won't be. And here's why. Because tortious interference is that someone interfered. He's saying that the Funimation investigation was the interference. And what Monica Rial and Soy and Marchi said are interference. And that's why he lost the job.
And there's the economic harm.
So Rooster Teeth is made their decision based on all these claims, which he's asserting are false. Therefore, that was the tortious interference. So Rooster Teeth probably won't be named at all because they were just, the second or third domino that fell. They weren't the initial.
Yeah, but they didn't care to do the research
they
to
didn't.
see if it was
they
true
didn't.
or not.
But being bad
and they won't
at
take
your
him back
job
either if he wins
isn't
this.
illegal.
Huh?
Being bad at your job and not doing due diligence isn't illegal.
Should be.
Well, I mean, there's an argument, but
yeah. So I don't see. I'm on Monica Rial's Twitter right now. She hasn't said anything.
She purged all of her.
If agents aren't contacted, if agents aren't getting back with any updates or any comments, the people aren't going to yet.
She purged all of her tweets about. It was her and Marchi about all these cut his balls off, take his head, blah blah blah, all these calls to violence. It's weird how those are no longer on your Twitter feed. Good thing they're all archived.
Oh, I have the fucking
because in the actual
petition.
Yeah, in the actual petition they cite all these tweets from all three of them.
Yeah, I have the actual petition right here.
Yeah, read us some of those tweets.
I gotta open it.
Fantastic.
Okay, so cause number 141, blah, 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 blah. Vic Mignogna versus Funimation Productions, LLC, Jamie Marchi, Monica Rial, and Ronald Toy. Oh, shit, defendants. That's so crazy to see all in the same thing. In the District Court, Judicial District, Tarrant County, Texas, to the Honorable Judge of said court.
You guys skip all that.
Yeah. Discovery Control Plan parties.
Because it's 27 pages.
Jurisdiction venue. Facts. Vic is a voice actor, performed the voices of animated characters. Monica and Jamie are also voice actors. Both have worked in Funimation. One is Monica's fiance, and other Funimation agent or employee. So that's on the record. Oh, shit.
Hell yeah, they'll use everything you can get.
2018, Vic was cast as the English voice for Broly, the lead character of a fantasy martial arts film. Earning $7 million on his first day and $24 million within the first 5 days of its premiere. That's so crazy. For a fucking anime, that's so crazy.
They made money.
In addition to his voice work, Vic attends fan conventions, blah, 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 blah. By January 16, 2019, he already had accepted invitations with dozens of conventions for appearance in 2009. January 16, 2019, The Dragon Ball Super Broly release in the U.S., Monica liked and retweeted the tweet of someone with the Twitter handle Hainlia that accused Vic of being homophobic, rude asshole who has been creepy to underage female for over 10 years. And then there's a whole bunch of like different tweets in here.
Yeah, some of them. These are all just
gonna
get
the
you in
hashtag
trouble.
Kick Vic is in here. The repeated attention.
On January 18th, the Phoenix Fan Fusion Convention canceled Vic's appearance. A few days later, on January 26th, Ronald Soy tweeted that Vic was a quote-unquote predator. That is libel.
That is liable. A charge Ronald would repeat in the least 15 more tweets. Shortly after the Ranger Stock Convention canceled Vic's appearance. January 29th, Denbo, another Sony executive, informed the Vic that his employment with Funimation was terminated along with Denbo's investigation.
Here we go. Here's an actual screenshot of tweets too.
Yep.
Ronald
Soy,
Soy,
right?
He is down because he took advantage of girls, buddy, and then a little emoji.
Yeah, a little like.
How about get a grip on reality and stop harassing people? Over 100 accounts and still more to come, and you defend this sack of shit? Get a life. So you're gonna have to, when you make
That's gonna come up in court.
Yeah, he's like, okay, well, name 100.
Yeah.
They're gonna put him on the stand, be like, name 100.
Yeah.
You
Name
made
one.
this claim.
Name one.
Name 100.
Oh, true.
You
Yeah.
made that claim, so name it.
Yeah.
Prove it. Prove what you're saying, because otherwise it's
Because
slander.
hypotheticals don't hold any water in court.
No.
It's got to be a thing.
And here's the Marshy tweet.
Yeah.
Yes, I want his head. I want his balls.
There it is. Yeah.
I want him to feel an ounce of the pain he's caused others. I think she means caused others. And then fucking choke on it. I want you to take his dick out of your ears so you can actually hear reality. But that's just me.
God, that's so gnarly. 2 days later, Jamie retweeted that Vic assaulted her several years prior by grabbing her hair and whispering to her ear. We already know that story is bullshit. And then there's the Funimation tweet. Everyone wanted to give you an update on Vic. Following the investigation, Funimation recast Mignogna Moreau's Mononoke in Season 2. Funimation will not be engaging Mignogna in future productions. So there was that tweet. And then there was a Monica Rial tweets, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So now we're going to move down to the conditions precedent. All conditions precedent to plaintiff's claims and damages have occurred or been performed. The preceding paragraphs are incorporated by reference. The defendants have tweeted false defamatory statements about Vic that were published and read by third parties. Indeed, many of the defendants' tweets are defamatory.
Per se.
The defendants knew these statements were false or made them with the negligent disregard of their truthfulness.
Basically, what they're saying is legally they said a bunch of things that they knew would damage his reputation and affect his ability to work.
And it's working.
Knowingly.
Yeah. Due to the defendant's defamation, Vic has suffered actual and consequential damages in excess of the minimal jurisdictional amounts of this court, as well as damage to his reputation. The defendant's conduct was willful, fraudulent, malicious, and wanton disregard for Vic, thereby entitling him to punitive damage in an amount damage in an amount to be determined at trial. Tortious interference with existing contracts. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Tortious.
All right, so you guys get the idea.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna find something really quick. Civil conspiracy.
Here's the interesting
Basically,
thought I have.
they work together in order to defame Vic, and they have the Google chat rooms where they talk about it.
Yeah.
Because they were all part of a Google chat where they talked about planning it. So that's conspiracy.
Yeah.
I have an interesting thought.
Sure.
It's a $1 million suit. But I mean, it is what it is. A suit's going to be decided by the judge.
I heard 5 and I've heard 1.
It doesn't really matter. It's going to get decided by the judge.
Yeah.
But here's my interesting thought is, let's say he wins. Landslide victory, right?
I think it will be.
It's court. Who the hell knows?
Yeah, true.
But let's say it's a landslide victory. They have nothing, and even the law is just looking at this like, wow, yeah, this is ridiculous. Funimation has already said they're cutting ties with him. That's it. You're done. You're not going back to Funimation.
Yeah.
He voiced the head character in a movie that made him how much money?
$25 million.
$25 million.
In
So
5
how much
days.
did he make?
Fuck, I don't know.
Let's just throw a random number out there. $1 million?
$1 million.
Okay. You destroyed his contract with that company.
Oh yeah.
Who, with one work, netted you $1 million.
Yep.
I think he's going to get more.
Who was the one that tweeted that
here's
said all
the other
that?
thing
Who's the one that?
I think he's going to get more.
It's not. I mean, it's also very likely that
This is going to be a hell of a suit.
that at some point Funimation chooses to settle out of court, like make a public apology, acknowledge, and then
I doubt it.
So
I don't think they're not gonna win this. Like there's not gonna be. There's too much evidence of. I mean, just of everything against
Funimation
them.
will settle. They're a corporation.
Funimation will settle. I'm
the
not
individuals,
sure about the individuals.
Real and Soy.
they'll have to be silenced.
I mean, they're going to go down.
They're going to go down. Really quick before we move away from this, because I'm going to go over a couple things really quick here. Because there's Exhibit A, B, C, D, blah, blah, blah. So the requests that were made from Funimation.
Discovery.
Yeah. All documents and communications, including electronically stored information relating to the investigation. Referencing the February 11, 2019 tweet posted by Funimation.
That's the biggest thing that I want to see is what was Funimation's investigation? Like, how in depth was it?
So
on a
there's
scale
request for that.
of Jesse Smollett to Trump-Russia collusion, where is it?
Yeah.
Where is it?
Yeah.
Are we somewhere in between? I don't know. That's my new scale for investigation.
All documents and communications relating to the decision to post the tweets at Funimation. All documents and communication relating to Funimation's informing Anime News Network that plaintiff's employment had been terminated.
Yeah, because I'd have to assume that Rial, Marchi, and Soy all have contracts with Funimation that have stipulations about your conduct in public.
Yeah.
Which Twitter would fall under.
Yeah.
Like
what you can and cannot say.
Or how you
Don't
can
be
and
a
cannot.
dick.
Don't be a dick,
don't be
a
basically.
dick.
I don't know what the legal term for don't be an asshole online is.
Yeah.
I
but
feel like that
Don't
should
be a
be
dick.
it
it.
just don't be a dick.
And then all documents communicating,
Quo Vadimus.
referencing
Just throw some
plaintiff
Latin in
from
there.
June 1st, 2017 to the present. So that's what they're asking from Funimation. So,
2
and
years
then
of discovery.
from Jamie Marchi, identify all persons who assisted in participating in the answering interrogations served on you in the above numbered cause of action. Identify all persons who witnessed plaintiff's assault, which you alleged in the tweet you posted on February 8, 2019. Identify the half dozen women you personally know who came forward with the accounts.
Yeah, that's going to be the issue. That's going to be the issue because I think they didn't. I feel like they thought this would never
Happen.
go to court.
Yeah.
So they were all just saying shit like like Soy saying like, 100 people.
Yeah.
Like, all right, dude,
We're going to call
you're
you out
under
on it.
oath.
Yep.
Name them.
Yep.
And we're going to get every single one of them up here. And if even one, that's the problem. If even one of them disputes or if he's unable to name 100,
You lose.
that's
Yep.
it.
Bye.
Next question. Yep.
Yeah. Like,
Identify the date you first met the plaintiff. Identify
just
all
background.
email addresses, including respective domain names you have used between more recent of the date you met the plaintiff on 2014 to the present.
yeah, because he made the claim that they had like a secret thing going on and
Yeah.
they used their non-usual
Email
accounts to
addresses and
chat.
stuff, yeah. Identify all social media handles and usernames and the associated social media platforms or sites you have used between the more recent date you first met the plaintiff on January 1st, 2014 and the present. So those are going to be really hard to come across. Okay, Monica Rials. Here's the one I'm really interested in because she's the one that fucking went all super crazy. Identify all persons who assisted in participating in the answer of interrogatories served on you on the above numbered cause of action. Identify each instance when the plaintiffs took a fistful of your hair and head back and either whisper so close to your ear that his lips were reaching your kiss or neck cheek.
That's a quote from her.
Yeah. As you
statement.
alleged in the tweet you posted on February 19th, identify all persons who witnessed the incidents of that happening.
Here's the
That's
other
going to
thing.
be a real good one.
Here's the other
Woo,
thing.
that one's going to be
Here's
good.
another something that'll also come out in the Funimation investigatory paperwork is if you guys have ever talked to HR about anything and if you work for a corporation, you know that the very first thing they have you do when you're part of an investigation, whether you're, ancillary or like the center of it, is they have you sign non-disclosures.
Yes.
Yep.
Nothing you say here can then be repeated outside.
NDA.
Yep.
So did Funimation not have them sign those?
Which is really odd if they didn't.
it would be
Or did
because
they
were
just
owned by Sony.
blatantly
Yeah.
So I
disregard it?
can't imagine that something as big as Sony doesn't have like
An NDA.
Not NDAs for everything.
I've signed a bunch of NDAs over smaller shit.
Yeah, exactly. I've signed NDAs over like practically nothing. Like really, I can't talk about this.
Yeah. I signed an NDA for Turtle Beach.
It's crazy to me like that. She then went out and like discussed every part of the investigation.
Blatantly disregarded.
Yep.
If it even happened, like it's bad.
Yes,
It'd be
that's
crazy.
true.
It's crazy
That's
to
true.
me if they didn't.
Yep. So she's gonna have to identify all the people who witnessed the incident, which that's what I'm really curious about. Because then those people are gonna be like, "Well, I don't want any fucking part of this shit."
Or
like,
because
I
she
guarantee
said,
you that's
because
what's
she
gonna be.
said it happened at conventions.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
When they were part of panels, it's like, okay, well, where's the video?
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
there's definitely somebody should have
there's
something.
freaking panel. There's video of panels for everything. Like,
Identify the 3 of your close friends who came forward and shared their stories with you, which that's another one I'm curious about. Identify the investigators with whom you chose to share your testimony with. Identify the date you first met Vic Mignogna. Identify all those ones too. So those are going to be interesting because I'm curious of who else. And then you said Ronald Soy, right? He's got a whole bunch of them.
you said 100 people.
Yeah, 100. I wonder if that's in here.
Yeah.
He's got a
Name
bunch.
them.
Let's see here.
Name them, dude.
Interrogatory. Here we go. Request.
Identify the 100
all
accounts.
all documents, Productions LLC, all documents you communications, you assert, prove your allegations identified. Dude, he's got a bunch.
Yeah.
All documents. It's mostly documents for him.
Yeah.
It's all there's no request for the 100 people.
I mean, he's going to have to.
But he's gonna
gonna
have
have
to.
to answer that.
and that's pretty much that. So, wow, just learning all this right now. They're fucked.
Yeah,
They are not going to win that.
Either way, we'll
Good.
find.
Fuck them.
Yeah,
Even- okay.
seriously. Holy
I
shit.
believed Vic's claim that he.
By the way, you can find that the whole court hearing
27
thing,
pages, yeah.
on Variety. The Variety article has it at the very bottom.
My stance has always been.
I'll link it in the
I
description.
believed Vic because there was a complete lack of evidence. And then the evidence that I was shown initially from like Anime News Network and Bounding into
Into
not
Comics?
not Bounding into Comics, CBR,
Mhm.
Comic Book Resource, were then proven to be false.
Yeah.
So that was why I believed Vic.
Mhm.
And that's why, like, at the same time, like, if this court case happens and, like, suddenly, like, there's a smoking gun of, like video evidence of, like, just Vic Joe Bidening some women,
Fucking bullshit.
then I'll be like, holy shit, I was wrong.
Oh
Fuck
my
that
God,
guy.
that's a verb.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, Joe Bidening. Yeah, that's completely a verb. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
if that happens, then I'll be like, oh, well, I guess I was wrong. Shouldn't have believed that asshole.
Yeah.
Did you
But-
see the?
It hasn't come out yet.
Right.
I haven't seen a video of him like
Dude, yeah.
Joe Bidening anyone.
Did you see?
And there's tons of video of Joe Biden doing.
Doing himself
Stuart, Stuart, did you see the Joe Biden 2020 T-shirt?
No.
Somebody made a T-shirt. It was Biden 2020, but on either side of the zeros were a couple of hands.
Oh my god.
I was
like,
dying.
I think it's interesting that none of these people, Monica Correal, Jamie Marchi, none of these guys have posted anything.
Probably because their lawyers told them.
probably
because
because they finally got a lawyer and the lawyer told him to shut the hell up.
Because if they post it,
Because
it's going to get added to the list of things you need to prove.
To actually go to court. They thought they were just going to say whatever they want and then they'd get away with it. But Vic's actually like fighting back, and good for him.
Good.
So we will see. This is what we know. These are the things we know.
This is going to take a while.
Yeah.
Court systems take a long time.
Civil case will be interesting. We'll have another update when there's an update.
Yeah, because there will be. I mean, because there was no date. I didn't see a date of when the court hearing was to happen.
Hey,
I didn't see that.
Kotaku and GameSpot
Yeah, I
will
don't
tell us
think-
all about it.
I don't think it's been put on the docket.
Dude,
yet.
Dude, they are in so much trouble. Like they are so like.
Who the fuck cares? Talk shit, get hit.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just fucking baffling to me. Like,
I wonder if Sean Schemmel or anybody said anything. Just in
they're
response
all
to it.
probably shutting up.
Probably.
I can't imagine like anyone's like, oh, they're getting sued. Better continue. Like no one. Like I think they filed the court case and people were like, holy shit, this is real.
Yeah.
Like and like everyone shut the fuck
Okay,
up.
you know what though?
Consequences.
I
for
kind
our
of
actions.
feel
Consequences.
I kind of feel like Schimmel might have said something because he's not named in the case.
Also, Schimmel is like unhinged. Like he's an
off
actual
his fucking
crazy
rocker.
person.
And he's not named, so he's not going to get in trouble. So at this point, it's like I could just imagine him going off and just kind of letting them have like, boy, y'all shouldn't have said shit, huh?
Speaking of crazy people.
Hi.
Since we're moving.
Hi.
All right.
Let's go, Matt.
On April 18th, 2000, we're moving to the next topic. Segue. On April 18th, 2019, Kotaku UK published a piece titled Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Persona 5 DLC includes a disability slur. That is a terrible title for an article.
A disability slur.
Disability slur. She's saying they don't say it in here, but the author, Laura Kate Dale, is asserting that in the Persona 5 theme song, which has now become part of the DLC for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, they say a slur, and the slur is retarded. Mm-hmm. They say that one of the lyrics in the song was retarded, was the word retarded.
Except it's not.
Not. Not at all. So here's from the actual piece. Part of the DLC's PAX edition. Oh my God, you used too many S's. Edition includes a number of Persona music tracks. I don't know if it's British or if she's just not a good writer. Which can be listened to in full outside of battle. That's like a terrible sentence structure.
I thought this was a dude.
It's a dude who is now a lady.
Dude looks like a lady?
Dude look like a lady.
That's exactly what it is. He looks like a lady.
Dude
He's
was
not a
surgically
lady.
altered to be a lady.
Oh.
However, one of these
That's not as
tracks
good a song.
caught her attention for all the wrong reasons. In the track Wake Up, Get Out There, which is just so Japanese. I love it. If you skip to around the 1 minute 48 second into the track, you'll
That's
reach
oddly specific. What do you mean
because-
around?
Yeah.
If you skip to this point.
You'll reach a and then this is, wait until I continue. You'll reach a section of the song where words are softly spoken rather than sung. At around 1 minute and 57 seconds, it appears the term retarded is used and followed up by the assertion that I can say it. The official lyrics for the song, curiously enough, does not include the spoken word section.
Is she offended because she's retarded? Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. He's retarded.
I don't know.
Fuck it, I can say what I want.
That's true. She's a woman.
Yeah.
That worked out great for us last time where you fucking did this.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they can suck my dick too. So. Oh, sorry, his dick. 'Cause I guess I have it now because he got it removed.
Anyways, the fact is that Kotaku did absolutely no research into like whether that was the actual part of the lyrics. They reached out to Atlas, who made Persona, and to Nintendo, and then they didn't wait for a reply and published the article anyways.
Mm-hmm.
That seems like a good idea.
Yeah. So
Best idea.
because they don't understand that, like, hey, guess what? The person singing that song is Japanese and English is not their first language. They have an accent. She said retorted. As in she retorted to what someone said.
Yep. Crazy.
You are an idiot for assuming that she didn't say that.
You are an idiot.
It's just
That's work dum-dum.
it's just baffling. And like everyone, and now it's funny because like then it flipped and like everyone's calling them racist. It's like, you're racist. Like you couldn't understand an Asian person's like accent. So you just assume she said like a slur. You're the racist, which I also disagree with.
Yeah.
She's an idiot or he's an idiot.
It's an idiot.
That person's
an idiot. They're not racist. They're just dumb.
Yeah.
Like, that's
illiterate.
it.
You're just illiterate.
Like, okay.
And it's one word.
Listen
in a whole
faster,
song.
motherfuckers.
Like,
Just
what?
listen
It's like,
faster.
and it's crazy because it's like, it's not racist if you don't understand someone's accent if they're speaking in a non-native language. Like,
That's
it's
like
not
saying-
racist.
that's like
it's
saying-
just a
no,
a
I can't say that.
miscommunication.
I can't say that. Go ahead. Just,
But you get what I'm saying though?
Yeah.
Like, if I can't understand, like if I'm talking to someone who was like born in India and they've only recently learned English and I can't really understand them, doesn't make me a racist. It just means that like
They're not good at
they're
words.
not good at speaking fucking English.
And you're not as good at understanding
It's like-
their English.
Yeah, it's like I speak very shitty Spanish.
Yeah.
Like I know Spanish,
Español.
but it's bad. And like I've been told many times by people like who I try to speak Spanish to
Just
that
don't.
it's almost unintelligible.
Just don't.
That doesn't make them racist. It just means I suck at Spanish. You know what I mean? Like it's fucking
like
crazy.
you're speaking Spanish all like confident. They're just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and it's like I think like because I can understand it fine. Like I understand what someone's saying to me in Spanish, and then like I try and speak back, and it's just like muckety muck apparently.
They're like, bro,
It's
my
just fucking
3-year-old
nonsense.
speaks better than you. Just
It's
don't.
fucking nonsense.
Just don't.
Apparently,
Just don't.
Sounds like fucking Klingon.
yeah,
It's like Kuicha, which means damn it. It's like
Pikta.
Bogek.
So
I don't know why, but I went to freaking Grignac.
so and here's the other thing
The pig lizard was Grignac.
about here's even more reason why we shouldn't at all listen to
Just dying over here, no big deal.
Laura Kate Dale. Apparently, and I didn't know this when I first read the article, but Laura Kate Dale once lied and then retracted a story.
Laura Kate Dale.
That's
got
his new
3.
name.
I
That's
have
his
a
new
question.
name.
I have an answer. I hope.
I have a question.
Please.
Just like a quick segue here.
Okay.
This is probably going to seem mildly offensive in some way,
Why would that stop any of us? It's never
But-
stopped us before.
but isn't it generally, or wasn't it generally, like the norm to, if you were having a gender reassignment, you generally stayed fairly close to the name? Like Michelle became Mike.
I don't know what his name used to be.
What's what I'm saying? Like what male name is?
Larry.
Oh, okay.
Fuck you.
Oh my God! Really?
All right, carry on.
Lawrence, Laura,
Dale.
you know someone named Lawrence. You know someone named Lawrence.
That's true. I do know a Larry.
What?
We used to work with a guy. His name was Lawrence.
No.
Yeah.
His last name wasn't Lawrence. I don't want to say his last name, but his first and middle name were both Lawrence.
Were they spelled differently?
No.
Larry.
Yeah, we called him LL. We called him Larry.
I didn't
He
know
hated
that.
it.
Yeah, his middle name was
Is LL
also
Cool
I didn't
Lawrence.
know that's
J?
why you
Like,
guys
is his
called him LL.
name Larry Cool J? Then?
That's with that. We called him a bunch.
That's
of
why
things.
we called him
Oh
LL.
my gosh.
It was hilarious.
Spoiler alert.
That is odd.
He was, in fact, of African American descent.
He sounds like a cool guy though.
He was.
He
Miss
was. He was a
working
great
with that
guy.
Lawrence.
I seriously doubt he listens to this, but we miss you, big guy.
Yeah. He doesn't listen.
So, anyways,
I hated those guys.
so he probably does. Laura Kate Dale once lied and retracted a story about experiencing transphobia on stage.
Oh no.
So the story that he wrote was that during an Xbox event, he was on stage with someone else, and this other person.
What are you laughing at?
Sorry. Continue.
Is it because of what I just did?
No.
Oh, okay. I don't know what you're laughing at then.
It's how poignantly you are specifically using the word he when this person claimed transphobia.
Cool. Genetics are a thing.
I know.
Anyways.
I agree with you. I just think it's funny.
I don't. This probably has nothing to do at all with it. But if I've known trans people and I'll call them by their preferred pronouns. I
Right.
don't know this person and they seem like a dick, so I don't feel compelled to do whatever they
Though
want.
they don't have one.
Exactly.
Well, you don't. You just told us to suck yours. So fucking whatever.
Yeah, I took his.
There you go.
I said that.
I fucking hate 2019 so much.
So the
Can
story.
we go back to like 1995 where shit was normal?
They
And we have
so
fucking moon shoes.
yeah, exactly. Skip it.
Best thing.
You ever sock 'em boppers? It's more fun
Yeah.
than a pillow fight.
They're more fun than a pillow fight. You blow them up, you put your hands inside, and then you're ready to have the fucking time of your life. Do I know sock 'em boppers? Get the fuck out of here.
I beat my sisters up a lot. Like in retrospect, I beat the shit out of my sisters when I was like
I have
8.
so many ankle injuries from
Skip It?
Skip It,
Oh,
and
that was the
from moon
worst.
and from moon shoes. Those were not
I always
safe.
assumed that the ring that went around your ankle for skip it, even like my dad used to smoke cigars and he had the double-sided fucking
Nah.
guillotine like cutter. That's what it was for your ankle. Because when
Yeah,
you were done,
kinda.
you just have this red ring of death around your ankle where it's trying to
Just like-
saw your leg
Oh,
off.
like have you seen that Japanese horror movie, The Audition?
Yeah.
Where she takes a fucking razor wire and she
Yeah.
like saws the dude's leg off. Oh my god, that movie's so brutal. It's so brutal. And
Anyway.
she
Sounds like she
vomits-
got caught up in the
She
crossfire.
vomits in a dog bowl and she makes him eat it.
Good times.
Anyways,
We're old.
so
That's what that
this is the third time I'm going to attempt to
Go
finish
ahead.
this.
Do you remember?
Laura Kate Dale
I remember.
wrote an article about her experience at an Xbox event. She said the other person on stage with her referred to him as a thing, a monster, and not even human, and it was dehumanizing and had like traumatized them. So then when people like actually like watched the video of the event, the guy was like, "Oh, this person," when he referred to the author.
Right.
He said this
He
person.
just said this person.
Yeah.
He didn't say
That was it. That was the only reference he made.
this thing.
But he didn't say this thing. He said this person, which is supposedly the accepted gender neutral reference to someone.
What?
No, it makes sense because they're supposed to be people of color. It's a person of color, POC.
I fucking hate when people say people of color because all that means is you're just saying colored people.
Yeah, I know.
Like you just, I
Yep.
fucking hate it.
Mm-hmm.
So
What are you looking at? You're looking at me like you want to get a reaction out of
Doing
me.
a stupid
Laura
face.
Kate Dale completely made up that. And then
I'm looking.
That's normal.
so they had so he had to completely retract and apologize for that because
Really?
it was just, yeah, because it was
he was
defamation.
lying.
my
Completely
God.
made it up. It was just bullshit. Then on a podcast, he told a story about how he was leaving from E3 and got into an Uber,
Okay.
and then when
Which
the Uber,
three did they specify?
I think it was like 2016.
Okay.
And then when they got to their hotel, the Uber driver like clicked that like he had dropped him off, and then just like kept driving. And when the person's like, "Hey, what are you doing? I need to get out here," he just like kept driving silently for 30 fucking minutes.
Oh shit.
Until they got to a stop sign, and whilst in the middle of like I guess committing a felony kidnapping, stopped at a stop sign. And that's when they like jumped out and escaped.
What the fuck?
That's the story.
What the hell?
So like my first thoughts are like, well, obviously there's a police report. It's not going to be hard to find the Uber driver. He's got a fucking location tracker on him.
Yeah, and it's got a solid state in it too.
And
Also,
so
why
I'll
did
say-
he
I have
take
a
so long to
question.
jump out of the car?
Forget jump out of the car. You have your phone.
why did you? Yeah.
If you're
If
being
he's
kidnapped by an
going to
Uber
jump out of
driver,
the car,
you
why did he
call
wait
the
30
police.
Obviously,
And then that recording will be saved on the solid state drive in your phone.
and it'll be there forever because it's not rewritable.
Or you know it's an Uber driver. It's not a taxi. You don't have a window in between. Fucking like punch the guy.
Do literally anything
Pull the
other than
e-brake.
sit there for 30 minutes.
Also,
I'm
I
gonna
have a
bide my
pretty long
time.
commute to work. I have a pretty long commute to work.
30
I'm like,
minutes is a long drive.
I'm like
in LA.
35 miles. I want to know where this person was driving for 30 miles without ever stopping.
30 minutes.
30 minutes without ever
Maybe 30
stopping.
miles.
I can't do 30
No,
miles in 30
no
minutes.
stop
in LA.
signs.
That's right.
No
In
stoplights.
LA? Downtown?
I didn't know. It was
30
3
minutes.
Nah,
After
son.
being-
Nah. Maybe if it's like 4 a.m. on like
a
a
Tuesday.
Sunday.
On a Tuesday.
Like,
in front of a hotel.
I'm sorry. Saturday to Sunday 4 a.m. Not Sunday to Monday 4 a.m. Saturday to Sunday 4 a.m. Maybe.
No.
God.
You ain't that car ain't stopping.
30 fucking minutes you waited to do something and you jump out. And they're like, "Oh, what about the police report?" "Oh, I didn't want to bother with the police." You didn't want to bother with the police? It's a felony, son.
Help! I'm being kidnapped.
That's a
I don't
felony,
want to bother
Holmes.
the police.
You guys
Kidnapping-
are busy.
Kidnapping in California is 25 to life.
Yeah.
I have a question.
I have an
Sure.
answer.
So, how did he get back to the hotel?
He walked.
He didn't take another Uber?
Would you?
If
After
it
being
actually-
kidnapped?
If it
I wouldn't.
actually happened, no, but it didn't. It did not happen. You didn't even complain to Uber? I would like to give him a 1 star. Why? He tried to kidnap me. The review. Like, what did the review on that say? Like, might be a kidnapper.
5 stars. Tried to kidnap me, but was quiet and let me listen to my playlist.
Also gave me 2 stars. Kidnapped me, but gave me the aux cord.
Also stopped at all the stop signs.
Fully stopped at stop sign. That's how I got away.
Oh my god.
Had water bottles for me.
Had water bottles.
I don't know, like what? 30 minutes?
It was a Camaro.
2 stars. Kidnap me, but let me ride in the back, not in the trunk.
He let me breathe air. He let me breathe air
Kidnapped me,
today.
but he was nice about it. We had a great conversation about woodworking.
I thought you were gonna be like, let me ride in the back seat instead of the trunk because there was somebody else already back there.
Oh my god!
I mean, I guess he doesn't know.
She wouldn't shut up. She was all screaming and stuff. I was like, stop! You're being ridiculous. It's not that bad.
Oh my god!
Wow. Are you fucking kidding me?
That's this person.
What a dingbat.
They've also crowdfunded to move. They have a.
I'm sorry. Who?
This is the same the author.
This person?
Yeah. They had a Kickstarter.
You just
or
called them a monster? a thing?
I'm
I
done.
mean,
I'm dying.
they've kickstarted for their reassignment surgery.
Okay.
They've kickstarted for moving. They've kickstarted for their sister moving. Like
He's
crowdfunding.
giving money to
Have
them.
these-
I don't know. They have a
Are they
book.
successful
I don't
Kickstarters?
know. They have a book, and I'm going to tell you the name of the book, and then I want you to look up what it is.
right.
Because whatever you fucking think it's about,
Is
it's
not what
not.
Okay, tell me what the book is.
What I learned about Mario's butt.
Is it about Super Mario?
Nope.
What I learned
Or from Mario's butt.
about from Mario's
It's a book they wrote.
butt.
About what?
What I
Just
learned
wait.
from Mario's
Read us the
butt.
description.
Things I learned from Mario's butt.
That's it. Sorry.
Or lowercase. When it comes to video character
Read it.
design,
Read it like a man. Unlike Laura.
hold on a second. Are you fucking kidding me? What the hell was that?
That was the wall.
Satan.
Was that you?
Nope. Satan.
That really wasn't you?
No.
The fuck?
New
An
Jersey.
actual book title. It says on Reddit. Hold on, I'm trying to find the synopsis.
Fred's not sold on Amazon.
It's on Unbound.
That's even worse.
Are you fucking kidding me? I'm just this is dumb.
You're dumb.
There's a book about video game butts, and we're not kidding. Is this really what it is about video game characters' asses? Are you fucking...
Yeah.
When it comes to video game character designs, one of the most commonly overlooked aspects is buttocks. You've got to be fucking kidding
Keep
me.
reading.
Not Metal Gear Solid, is it?
Sure, we might see tweets when a game launches about a nice female character's big arses, or we might giggle at gifs of farts from time to time. But how often do we, as lovers of interactive media, stop to really think about the meaning of butt? Get the fuck out of town. How often do we take some time out of our day to really think about the lore implications of Skull Kid and Majora's Mask shaking his booty, and what that tells us about his chances of redemption, or Miranda from Mass Effect, and the fact that her perfect cheeks are actually a sad reminder of her predestined... Oh my god. This is a book about fucking video game characters' asses?
It's a deep dive into ass, but not the kind I like.
This is stupid.
Stop.
That's the spirit.
This book aims to give you some butts to giggle about. Jeez. but also some real deep topics that are butt adjacent to contemplate.
Real deep.
Butts can be fun. They can be informative, and they can be downright integral to the games we play. While the book is still being developed, we currently have a number of our reviews planned out, including but not limited to Solid Snake, Meryl, Johnny Suzaki, Mario, Luigi, Wario, Donkey Kong, Link, Skull Kid, Sheik, Ganondorf, Tingle, Tracer, Devo,
Donkey Kong.
Miranda Lawson.
We're not even going human anymore.
Liara, Uranus. Wow. Julia Starling from Lollipop Chainsaw. Bloodborne, Game Disc, Master Chief, Cortana, Puker from Dead Space.
Cortana's not even a real person.
I know.
Fucking hologram.
Poison from Street Fighter, Soldier from Team Fortress 2, Ellie from Borderlands 2, and the L-shaped Tetris block. What the fuck?
The L-shaped Tetris block. I was waiting for you to get to that one. The L-shaped Tetris block. Matt.
I don't think you can talk
Matt.
right now.
Look at me. The L-shaped Tetris block. What do you think about its ass?
I think that ass is thicker with 2 C's
And is a right
than
angle.
Spider-Man's from the Avengers.
Tom Holland butt.
Oh,
Got
yeah.
it. All right.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's blocky. I think it's angled.
You were looking at it from the wrong angle.
And I think it's not acute nor obtuse.
Oh, it's a cute, all right.
The fucking block. Stop
And I'll tell you-
sexualizing
hey,
things
I'll tell you right
that
now.
aren't
Stuart,
real.
Stuart, I'm
Stop
gonna
it.
tell you. That angle is just right.
There's a bunch of people working on this book. Zoe Quinn and Jim Sterling.
Yeah.
Okay, anyways, the book's dumb.
Yes.
Are you serious?
It's fucking insane, right?
Laura Kate Dale, Zoe Quinn, and Jim Sterling have never agreed with that.
It's like the fucking Three Musketeers of idiots and social justice.
Are you fucking kidding
But
me?
I repeat myself.
This is so stupid.
Your face.
I can't believe that somebody was like,
You know what?
hey,
Good
how can we
idea.
draw people closer and like really do something that's beneficial to the video game industry? I don't know, something about asses? And they're like, yeah.
What if we wrote a book about
Get
butts?
the fuck out of here.
Like a porn book about women's asses? No. What about a book about video game asses?
That actually was mocapped from a real person's ass. But we don't give a fuck about that
Not
real
all
person.
of them.
We give a fuck about the video game person.
Who fucking mocapped the fucking L shape from Tetris?
Not a one.
The fucking Tingle from Link was not mocapped. It's just a fucking sprite.
Was Meryl mocapped?
I don't know. Who fucking cares? Like,
I don't know.
it's fucking dumb.
Jeez.
Like, they mocapped,
Master Chief was he mocapped?
what's his name, as Nathan Drake, but Nathan Drake bears little resemblance to him.
Oh, you're talking about
I can't think of his name now. He's a fucking famous video game voice actor. He's also Destiny, and he replaced Peter Dinklage. Doesn't matter. The only similarities between them is they're both white and dudes. That's it. It's just fucking crazy. Like, just because it was mocapped with someone
Dude,
doesn't mean that the actual
That's
game
the same
character
similarity as the author of that book.
also a white dude. Oh my god. That's how we're gonna end this. Butts. Video game butt book.
Are you fucking kidding me right now?
Ah, it's a book.
No,
Goodbye.
that's perfect. This is actually perfect.
Fucking
That's the end.
my ass.
It's the end.
Get that?
Oh my god.
Kiss my ass.
I see that.
It's got llamas on it from the undies.
I see. I fucking
Kiss
see
my
that.
ass. Are you fucking kidding me right now?
Video game butts, guys.
Like, out of everything that you could have possibly have done,
Also,
video game asses. What about
Guess-
video game fronts?
guess
I
what?
don't know.
You're talking about the front bottom.
Yeah. Front butt.
Anyways,
Front butt. What about dick butt?
I know what we're getting you for Christmas.
But
That book.
That book.
I'm gonna fucking burn it.
All right, well, it's your present. So
I'm
you
gonna
can do whatever
burn it
you want
on the
with
podcast.
You can do whatever you want with it. It's your
I'm gonna
present.
fucking burn that book.
And we also know what we're getting.
But I'm
you
gonna
for
read it
Christmas.
first.
Is it illustrated?
It is.
Obviously.
It is.
Oh, I'm down.
How am I gonna know how thick that booty if there ain't a picture? They have some very
Oh my
tasteful
God.
shots of the L shape from Tetris.
How are they going to do the L
on a
shape?
nice,
It's like
on a
goes
nice,
down
on
to
a
the
nice
ball.
duvet with some
yeah.
silk curtains and some red lighting, like candles.
Oh my
It's
God.
fucking-
Rose petals.
That's fucking disgusting.
Fucking kidding me right now.
Should be a new plague. Anyways,
By the way, you can get my underwear at meundies.com. Not a sponsor.
hey, wrap it up.
Thank
The
you
end.
for listening and watching to us talk about all this nonsense. I'm just can't believe that. I can. Actually. If you want to find the podcast, you can find us on iTunes and Google Play and on Spotify. And the main host is SoundCloud, soundcloud.com/likablegeeks. You can find us on Patreon by visiting patreon.com/likablegeek and pledging to the podcast to support us to continue to create this show.
We will never write a book about video
About-
game characters' asses.
Maybe video game fronts. As in video game covers, best ones? I don't know. But you can find it all on patreon.com/likablegeeks. Get yourself some cool things. Hear the podcast before it actually gets released, up to a day before it gets released. See episodes of Out of Control a day before they're released. And a bunch of other awesome things by visiting patreon.com/likablegeeks. And all social media for Likable Geeks can be found in the description down below. It's pretty much everything /likablegeeks except for our Instagram. It's a Really Likable Geeks on Instagram. Because for some reason, Likable Geeks got flagged for bad juju, so I can't even get that handle. So I don't know.
That's crazy.
I don't know. It's weird. So, and then of course our social
Probably
media.
had pictures of video game butts and they got flagged for nudity.
There you go.
Our social media links, mine, Matt, and Stuart's will all be down in the description below as well. So thank you all for listening and watching, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye, everybody.